Hello everyone, I'm RWBY Rising and I'm here to teach you about the musical theme that defines RWBY Volume 7, the one for the Kingdom of Atlas. If you listen closely enough, you may be familiar with a lot of different musical themes used in RWBY. Red Like Roses, Mirror Mirror, Armed and Ready. Musical themes guide our understanding of what is going on screen, and it's very common for RWBY's themes to get use in the soundtrack's vocal songs. So much so that you may be surprised to hear that there is a theme for the Kingdom of Atlas. One of this video's goals is to help you understand just how much effort goes into RWBY's score through the power of these themes, and if you want to learn as much as you can about them, when you're done watching this, you should check out Changyuraptor's YouTube channel. This video was originally his idea. With time I asked and he passed it off to me. His channel is a living, breathing archive of RWBY's score theme by theme, so if you leave this video wanting to learn more, please check him out and leave a sub. Let's get back to it. The Atlas theme. What is it? What does it sound like? Here's a clear example. It is typically made of 6 notes, but it goes a very long way. The Atlas theme shows up in nearly every chapter of Volume 7 as a reminder of the stakes at play, that no matter how much things are looking up, Atlas plays by General Ironwood's rules and not the heroes, and it ties into the volume's central theme of trust like nothing else can. Here is how the Atlas theme plays through and honestly defines RWBY Volume 7. Volume 7, Chapter 1. The heroes have made it to Atlas. Sorta. They notice the air fleet and hear the air traffic controller, and they know something isn't right. Whatever is happening, this is not the Atlas they thought they'd come to. Cue the first instance.
I guess we'd land and get some answers.
I'm not so sure. I've never seen our forces deployed so aggressively before. If we land in a stolen ship, there's no way the security team will let us anywhere near Ironwood.
It makes a mark, but since it's the first time it happens, it doesn't do much. Later that episode, the heroes walk through Mantle, and as Maria explains Elysian backstory, it plays again.
The kingdom had just lost the Great War. The people of Mantle needed a sign of a brighter future, and that sign was Atlas. After all, a home in the clouds is about as bright as it gets.
Everyone sees that Atlas is hyper-defensive, and Mantle is a surveillance state. Things were supposed to look like the pinnacle of the world, possibilities, potential, but that is hard to see through this vibe. The heroes find Pietro, who explains that Ironwood is at the root of the military presence throughout the kingdom, and says this.
How does the council feel about all of this? Or Winter Schnee? Do you know anything about her?
Well, the council's so scared they'll agree to whatever he wants. Though some representatives from Mantle are.
It's as if Ironwood has control of everything, even when there is supposed to be democracy. So even in just the premiere episode, the Atlas theme is already established with 3 uses. The Atlas theme is properly set up as something that provides tension based on this new, unwelcoming Atlas, where Ironwood has played his ships in the defense position and installed a surveillance state into Mantle. At this point, the theme is all about the unknowns surrounding Ironwood. The theme is the marker for the uneasiness the heroes are dealing with. That is how we as the audience are meant to understand it. Now in Chapter 2, it's involved in the score for the approach to Atlas Academy. It's an undertone in the grandiose piece, but it hits more when they finally meet Ironwood.
I know how this all looks. Recalling my military, the embargo, I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
Ironwood says he knows he doesn't seem trustworthy. The theme plays to call the audience back to that military presence. Because of the first impressions, because Ironwood is holding his kingdom in his iron glove and is at the root of it all, the heroes withhold Osmond's lost fable from him. Ironwood is shown to behave unilaterally, one person making and enforcing tons of decisions, yet the heroes try to do things quote-unquote our way, just like they've always done. In Chapter 4, the Atlas theme is there when Ironwood says he doesn't care about his public image, and that's important, but it's a lot more dominant in this scene.
I certainly could use more trustworthy fighters by my side. I should be so lucky to have all of you. It's okay. It's a big moment. And what better way than to celebrate here? When this tower is ready and communications are back up and running.
Granting the Huntsman licenses is a show of his trust. He can use the trustworthy fighters, but the heroes did not trust him, and he is acting without all the info. The heroes are uncomfortable knowing they're keeping Ironwood out of the loop because of their uneasiness surrounding his iron glove. And the theme plays to help get you, the audience, on that wavelength. But the Atlas theme isn't always so direct. Sometimes it's just there to build tension in the scene. As Robin aims upward at a tricked Penny in the thick of the rally incident, it's there too. Fittingly, the theme is present as Ironwood finishes giving new orders after that incident. He is tightening his iron glove. This is very much more of the Atlas the heroes flew into. After all the tension surrounding keeping the truth from Ironwood, in Chapter 9, he actually really seems to get into a good place, and the choice is to finally tell him. Guess what?
Why would Oz keep this from us? From the people who trusted him?
He was worried you would lose hope. We're sorry we kept it from you too. We didn't know who to trust.
It plays under Oscar telling Ironwood they didn't know who to trust based on his actions. After seeing the Black Queen, Ironwood asks Winter if anyone entered the school grounds while he was away and recalls the heroes to his office. Even though the fights earlier in the episode should have solved the conflict, the object of Ironwood's paranoia is staring him in the face. The Atlas theme, which is a tool to build tension surrounding Ironwood's paranoia, kind of has to play.
Was anyone caught trying to enter the school grounds while I was away?
No?
Are you sure?
Still afraid, I see. Now show me where you've been hiding her.
The theme is not always about Ironwood, and to be honest, sometimes it seems to be there solely to build tension. I didn't even mention all of the uses because some seem plain unrelated. There's like over 20 of them. But if it's not about Ironwood, it's about the unknowns the heroes are dealing with, or really anything that adds or contributes to their frame of mind, their uncertainty surrounding whether to trust Ironwood. It puts the audience into the hero's perspective when they need to ask, how will Ironwood act, and can we get him to a place where we can trust him? Every time the Atlas theme shows up, it is as if it is there to say, remember, this is Atlas. This is the Atlas you flew into and weren't sure how to take it. Remember, this is the Atlas that plays by Ironwood's rules, and this is the Ironwood who... That is what it all led to. The final instance of the Atlas theme in Volume 7 is right when Ironwood shoots Oscar with the intent to kill Ozpin.
And you're as dangerous as she is, James.
James, that's what my friends call me. To you, it's General.
Every time the theme plays in Volume 7, it is as if this is the fail state. The thing they were risking happening if it all went wrong. They were risking Ironwood's iron glove. They came to Atlas, they saw the presence, they knew he was behind it, they didn't put their trust in him, and he continued to let his fear control him. The general already thought he had forces coming at him from every angle. He didn't think he'd need to worry about them too. So when he learned of their disloyalty, of course he tightened his iron glove around them too. That is the natural consequence of their actions. In shooting Oscar, Ironwood confirmed beyond any doubt that the person who made unilateral actions based on fear was still around and would do anything to do it his way. Since it is there almost every time trust is brought up, the Atlas theme is one of the largest contributing factors to Volume 7's overarching theme of trust, and what it takes for the heroes to make and break it in Atlas. In the Atlas ruled by a paranoid James Ironwood, in the fallout of the fall of Beacon. That about does it. Again, I have to say I never would have made this video if not for Changyuraptor. In his video description for the Enemy of Trust score only, he said the Atlas theme could represent distrust. But after going back for this video, I'd say it's about the risk of trust. The risk of trusting Ironwood or not. I read it when I was doing research for another video, and it resonated with me so much that I had to spread it further. He said maybe he'd make a video on it, and over time I wanted to share that video so badly that I'd even make it myself to do that. So make no mistake, this video is on my channel, but he let me make his idea. And again, if you liked this enough, go check out his channel to see how every last one of RWBY's musical themes has been used in the show over the years. My favorite is the one for Amity Coliseum, by the way. Do you have a favorite musical theme? What is it? Or what scene has some really great music playing under it? Let me know down below. While you're around, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm RWBY Rising. Have a good one.